So I was in the group social, and we were supposed to go to nursing homes and food banks. And first, our bus broke down, and we waited an hour at camp just waiting to go to our track before. And then got to the nursing home finally, and we didn't even get to see the elderly, and we were just sitting in the room playing board games. So it was a frustrating start, but on the second or third day, Mackenzie and I, and Emma as well, we got to talk to this 8-year-old girl named Claire, and she was the one who brought up Christ first. And we talked to her, and we found out that her parents were divorced, but she goes to church every single week, she said, I go to church every single week unless I throw up. And so that was just kind of reassuring, because we're kind of disappointed and all. We're like, why did we pick this group? We don't get to do anything. But that just kind of sealed the deal.
So this week at our track time, we went to an apartment complex and we knocked on doors asking kids if they wanted to come out and play with us. And then we would play games like kickball or play with the parachute, making crafts or bracelets. And then at the end we would share a Bible story, and it was kind of like an outdoor VBS that was a good way to share the gospel but make it fun.
There was this one kid named Shelton that was really shy for the first hour and wouldn't come out of the bushes. He was hiding there, kind of really shy. And so me and Preston Shanks went up to him and asked him if he wanted to throw the Frisbee. And he said no, not really. So then we asked him again and showed him how to. And he said he came out of the bushes and said yes. And so we threw the Frisbee with him for a while. And then he stayed with us for the rest of the day, which was about 3 hours, and was really just playing with us and having a great time. And so I saw God move that way by letting him come out of the bushes and just play with us, because he was a really, really shy kid at first, and then he was talking to everyone at the end of the day.
So we had one night where we were in complete silence, and we would pretty much pray the whole time, and we got to go to different stations where we would pray about what Jesus means to you, or some trials that you've had in your life, or just some of your needs. And I thought that really helped me focus on just God, and there weren't many distractions, and I've never really done that before, so that was really helpful to me.
Today, during my track time, we did PCY, which is basically going out and doing volunteer work for community farms, children's museums, stuff like that. And it was just a really eye-opening thing to know that not everybody has everything that I have. We went to this farm where the guy didn't have enough money. He hadn't been making enough money from his harvesting. That's a word. That he couldn't pay people to come work and help out in his farm, so he had to rely on volunteers like us to work on his farm. He was very old. He couldn't do very much for the farm. So yeah, that was the way God moved in me.
So one of the nights we were here, we had this group devotional with just our cabin, which we usually did it with the whole middle school, but we decided to do it with the cabin. And so it was the 7th grade guys and then Ben, and I just saw we got really close together and we're sharing stories about that we usually would not share in Dallas. And so I just saw God moving that way and how we got closer together when we came out of Dallas, Texas, and just came into New Mexico, and we were all really close. And so that was really cool to see God work that way.
So this week our theme was Alive and Free, and so we were talking about acting like a Christian, speaking like a Christian, submitting to God, and then staying true to God. And one of the things that the pastor said really stuck with me, which was, is what you're going to say needed, necessary, and true? And it just made me think, okay, so maybe it's not tearing someone down, but is it building someone up? And just how we should all think, how I should think about my words more carefully.
So before I started M-Fuge, I have never really felt any feelings toward Jesus or Christ. I've been a Christian, but there's supposed to be some like joy associated with being a Christian. But during M-Fuge, I really felt for the very first time in my life the joy of Jesus dying on the cross for my sins, and I want to share his love to everybody, not just my friends and my family, but really go places and tell them about Jesus.